4 of week number 4 NBA Playgrounds from Rio. Look at that. Look at the airplane, the NBA banner. And we got another important matchup between a couple of 1 and 2 squads that desperately do not want that third loss on the year, knowing that 6 losses knocks you out of the postseason. And it's I think a surprising 2-loss team in ARC. I think a lot of people assumed that the 3-point shooting team was going to be one of the favorites, knowing that they can just freely score points at a moment's notice from beyond the arc. But they have struggled, and they're going up against the bad boys here. So it's Isaiah Thomas, Allen Iverson here representing bad boys, and going up against members of ARC, Vince Carter and James Harden. Oh, shot clock winded down. How about Isaiah just getting rid of that one, just barely. You can check out all the rosters, all the stats, all the standings at patreon.com/TBSports27. We got all that posted for you right there. Bad boys, Bill Laimbeer. There's a nice little dunk there. Bill Laimbeer, of course, Isaiah Thomas, Allen Iverson, and Charles Oakley. They're the 4 members of Bad Boys, and ARC is represented by some of the greatest 3-point shooters in NBA history: Steph Curry, Kyle Korver, and of course James Harden and Vince Carter that you're seeing right now. 7-2, and again for the, oh, look at this, ARC for 6. No, a miss by Vince Carter. How do they not have the purple dinosaur uniform for Vince Carter? Come on. Give me that purple and black two-tone uniform right now. This is a shot that can be hit from anywhere, and they take advantage for 3. Beautifully executed. 10-4 for the Bad Boys, and I think a lot of people, the Bad Boys, even though the record is 1 and 2, they opened a lot of, wow, 6-point shot as he nails it, and just like that, we are tied. I think Bad Boys opened up a lot of people's eyes when they had the near victory over the Legends in that overtime matchup. They dropped the week 1 game to board. And if you want to get caught up on all the scores, you can watch all the games over at our YouTube page. The entire archives is there. But all the stats and all the scores from every single game is up at patreon.com/TBSports27. Week 2 was that overtime game where Legends just barely survived. And that put the Bad Boys at an 0-2 start to the season. But then last week, of course, picked up their first victory as they got the win over Iron Men. And we saw Iron Man just not too long ago in action get a victory to run their record up to 2-2. 18, so another huge lead here for the Bad Boys. And we're going to see if ARC, with their 3-point shooting ability, which has not been all that smooth so far. How about James Harden going with his rookie year team? Of course, you'll see the players representing uniforms from all their teams. He's going with the Oklahoma City Thunder. A lot of people talk about that Thunder team that didn't win any titles, that had Durant and Harden and Westbrook, and it's just like, man, how did that team not win any championships, right? I know they were young guys, but when you think about what they all went on to do, forget about it. Harden, oh, thought better of it. Carter, alley-oop, nope, not on the same page. And Isaiah with just the speed, but Vince Carter was there, swatting it away. Harden for 3, no. Rebounded by Carter. Harden down by 8, throwing cartwheels. I don't know about that. 2-pointer good. My goodness. This will be our final stream of the evening. We'll be back on Thursday. At least we're planning on being back Thursday. You guys know work gets in the way sometimes. I officially start my on-call portion of my job on Friday. So as we continue to promote, if you want to help make this a full-time gig, patreon.com/TBSports27. In the meantime, those on-call calls come in. You know, we're gonna stop. We're gonna pause the stream. We got to take care of business. So just let that be known as I move into that phase of my work here. Man, again, for the second time, huge lead for the Bad Boys. Has fallen by the wayside, but, you know, when you're playing a team that can score as many points as frequently as they can in Arc, you're going to run into that. That time, an uncontested jumper allows the Bad Boys to increase their lead just momentarily here. Here comes Vince Carter for 2. Perfect. But Isaiah answering back, and they've been coming up with some big dunks, so they got the double pointer, which is going to be big business right now. Vince Carter to Harden. Just kind of tosses it up. They've had some sloppy play so far. There's 4. 4-point dunk. And how many times have the Bad Boys, I mean, at least 3, they've had this, like, 8-point lead. Now they gotta see if they can sustain it. They still got time to get another 4-point play. Iverson, no, was not able to get the dunk to go. But it's still gonna be an 8-point game here. A lot of close, hotly contested matchups here so far in week number 4. A lot of good defense being played too. Still, that 60-point threshold seems to be the one that we've only broken once. We even had that triple overtime game last week and didn't even break that. But 6 with 62 points has been your one team. But your average is usually in the 40 to 50 point range. Double bucket. No, double dunk. No good. Here come the Bad Boys, and Allen Iverson is uncontested. We haven't had that many people finish in the 30s either, so very, very few. We had Board last week in the 30s. Man, missed opportunities. And again, the Bad Boys are going to increase the lead. Maybe we'll get our first 20-point team here. And this is, I guess, why Arc has the record that they do. Iverson, man, he got that one knocked away by Harden. The soccer ball knocked right into his face. Isaiah, super speed with the dunk. (38-26). Harden inside the arc. 2 slam dunk is good. 10-point lead here. 2 minutes to play. And what's been a, outside of a couple of comeback bids here, it's been a fairly dominant performance here by the Bad Boys. I don't think it's going to happen, but they would love to keep this team into the 20-point range. That would be a first. So it's not going to happen. And this is huge. This is going to be big business. There's going to be 40 seconds as they're trying to wind some of the clock down. It's going to be 40 seconds for Arc to double up their points here. So down by 12. And they are well protecting the star. How about Isaiah Thomas protecting the star? Allen Iverson, the layup, 44-30. Protected again. Judges. I don't know. We won't know because it was no good. Harden's been off the mark a couple of times today. A 4-pointer from the judges. This is going to go down as one of the bigger blowouts in NBA playground so far. In what's been a week of closely contested battles. Bad Boys running away with this one. And they haven't even had to get that bad. They hadn't even been throwing the elbows or throwing the punches or shoving. There's our first shove. Hey, they just wanted to, they must have heard me. They wanted to just reminded who they were. The way this is going, we could have a 60-point performance. There's plenty of time, which should only be the second 60-point game in NBA Playground's history. This is what we're watching for now, because I think it's pretty much. Oh, that might do away with their 60-point game. Vince Carter, man, I can't believe the sloppiness. Carter and Harden, they just didn't have the chemistry. Still playing hard though. 20-point lead, as we said, and 34 points. I think that's going to be, oh, well, here's a double point opportunity. No, judges, they took it away. They can hit from anywhere. Oh, and they lose the ball. This is going to be, well, 39 keeps the score respectable, which is not going to be the lowest point total in NBA Playgrounds history. That ties it, but that's going to be one of your bigger blowouts in NBA Playgrounds history right there. Because in your previous matchups where teams scored 39 points, the opposing team did not get into the 50s. So that is a huge, huge blowout right there. Iverson, 31 points with 5 dunks. Look at the 1 for 3 for Harden, 1 for 7 for Vince Carter. Arc just whiffing on the 3-point shots, only 2 of them. Unbelievable, folks. That's going to do it for this edition. When we come back, Thursday is when we're planning on being back with you guys. It's going to be Skyscrapers versus Board and 3-0 Paint against 1-2 Fast Break. Thanks, guys, for tuning in, and we'll see you next time for NBA Playgrounds and more TV sports streaming.